Hi, my name is Drew, and you're watching ReadyBudgetGo. If we haven't met before, welcome. I'm glad you found your way here. And if this isn't your first visit, welcome back. I'm glad to see you again. This is the weekly reel, where I share my real numbers, my real triumphs, and my real mistakes. And this week is a little bit different. Why? Because as of when I'm recording this, the week isn't even half over yet. Before we get into the cash dump, let me explain what I mean about the week not being half over yet. You're seeing this at the usual time, which is Friday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. But I'm actually recording this on Sunday night. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm headed out of town this week for Christmas, so I won't be here to record any videos. I've pre-filmed my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday videos, which is Ready Budget Game, the Savings Challenge Binder, and my Money Relaunch. All of those I've already filmed, and I'm in the process of uploading them tonight. But I want to get this video done as well because I won't be back until Saturday afternoon, and I want to keep my schedule consistent. Now, the next question is, but what about all the money you haven't spent yet this week? And because I'm going out of town, all of the money that I'm spending while I'm on vacation is coming out of the travel budget. I'm not using my regular weekly allotment, and I'm not using any of my other funds, or at least I'm not planning to. We'll see what happens. But because everything is coming out of the travel fund, I'm actually able to record this video now. So I thought I would do it, get it out of the way, so that I can have something at the usual time when you expect it from me. Okay, so all that out of the way, let's get into the cash dump. I did spend some cash this week because I had several travel days. I had an in-office day, and I also had a Actually, that in office day would have been last week, but I did have to go up to my old place, which is north of where I live in the next county north, and pick up a package that had been misdelivered there. So I've got a little bit of change, 31 cents, and that is going to go in here. Now, I have been saying that I am going to wait until this pouch fills up and then redeem it for a gift card. And I might still do that, but I'm also in the process of putting the finishing touches on another savings challenge that is going to use some of the change, maybe all the change that's in here. And I'll talk more about that in my upcoming December launch video. That video should be coming out on the 27th, so be sure and stay tuned for that. That's another one that I need to pre-record before I head out of town because the launch is on the 28th. Okay, so that's the change. Now let's talk about the cash. So in the weekly envelope, or the weekly pouch, I still have 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, $31. So that is going to go into here, along with all the other cash that I haven't spent this month from my weekly allocation. We stick this 5 in where it belongs, and then we'll give it a count. Okay. So out of the money that I've given myself so far this month, which should be $150, I have not spent 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 109. So out of the $150, I've only spent 41, so pretty good. And I am going to slide all of this back in here. At the end of the month, this will be going to the special events fund, and that will look different next month. So be sure to stay tuned for that video when I end up closing out December. And then I'm going to take the last $50 out of here, 20, 30, 40, 55, 60. It's actually 60 because I took too much out of the cash machine. It's a long story. So I'm giving myself $60 for this last week. And we'll see how much of that I spend, because by the time I get back, the final week of December for budget purposes will be underway. Okay, so that is everything for the cash dump. So let me get all of these out of the way, and then we'll start going into the numbers. It's a little weird to be filming this on a Sunday, and I don't have all the numbers, but I have some of them. So Let me show you what I mean by that. So here's the budget overview. Let me get this a little more centered. So no income this week. I didn't receive any so far, and I'm not expecting any more to come in for this week. That'll be next week. And then the PUD bill, which is my electric bill, still has not come out. I don't even remember receiving the bill, so I don't know how much they're going to take. I guess we'll find out together next week. Visible still isn't due, or it is due this week, but I'm recording this before the payment would come out. Doctor office visit, I don't have that yet, and prescriptions, I don't have that yet. I do not believe I will spend this $100 allocation on prescriptions. I think it's going to be less than that by a lot, but I don't know exactly yet. I'll have that number next week. I did go get my hair cut. I spent $97. No, not $97 on a haircut. But I also go out to lunch and I get myself a treat every time that I go out there. So that includes all of that. Weekly spending, $117.91. So if you've been following me for at least a little while, at least for this month, then you'll remember that I said I wasn't worried about these overspends the last 2 months or the last 2 weeks. And the reason is because I knew that I was going to come in less here because I'm taking most of the money I'm spending this week out of my travel fund. So I'm now ahead of where I should be. So that's good. $255 going to the big move this week. That is my big stockpile of money. We crossed another milestone, or I crossed another milestone, so I will talk about that a little bit later. Let's next go into the cash flow tracker. So this is more or less a check register, everything that goes into and comes out of my checking account. No deposits this week. And then I had 2 credit card payments and the transfer to the big move, to my savings account, my high yield savings, where I keep that stockpile of cash. Okay, expenses. So this week, which is 3 days of spending, I went to McDonald's once. I went to Thriftway, which is a grocery store, to kind of top up on things that I would need just for a few days. I don't have any fresh food in the house. Everything is either frozen or shelf stable, just because I knew I was going out of town. Washington State Ferries, I went to the galley while I was on the boat, going to get my hair cut, and spent about $20 there. Didn't get much for it. In fact, if I told you what I got for this amount of money, you'd be appalled. But $20 there. Another $20 for DoorDash tonight, as of when I'm recording this, the 21st. And then I am recording the full $50 for my weekly cash spent. If you're new, or if you haven't seen one of these videos before, I record the full $50 for the money that I give myself, regardless of how much of it I spend. And the reason that I do that is because, to me, once the money comes out of my bank account, it's a sunk cost. So anything that is left goes into the special events fund, which is kind of a slush fund. Again, that will be changing next year, but for now, that is the way that I do it. Okay, so let's talk about savings next. So a couple of exciting things here. First of all, crossed another milestone with subscribers. So thank you all so much to those of you who have recently subscribed, and welcome. And I have not yet made that deposit, just because by the time that I had crossed that threshold, I'd already set up the transfer because I was trying to get everything done ahead of time before going out of town. But I will square up on that when I get back. So 763, I think, is where I'm at as of when I'm recording this. Every time that I cross another threshold of an additional 10 subscribers, I save another $50. So $5 per subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed already, I will save $5 if you do. Okay, so that is going to be caught up here. The tracker is correct, but this one is not, just because I need to deposit that $50, but I will. And then over here with the books, so this is my Monday video, Tuesday video, and Wednesday video. Monday is Ready Budget Game, Tuesday is my Savings Challenge binder, and Wednesday is my Money Relaunch. So $255 was this week, and I know those don't look like fives, but they are. And that brought me to $6,143 in that account. So that is the threshold that was crossed, or the milestone, however you want to put it, over $6,000 in that account. Add that to what this account should be, which is $3,800, and it's almost at $10,000. I am trying to save, well, yeah, I would say I'm trying to save or trying to stockpile $15,000 for this move. I have no idea how much this move is actually going to cost. I don't even know where I'm going yet. But I want to make sure that I have all that money set aside so that um, when the time comes, I am prepared and have the resources available to make my relocation. Okay, so that is it for this week. Kind of a shorter video, but also a shorter week. And so I will be back again next week, and I will have not only the weekly reel for the following week for all the time that I'm at home, but I'll also make sure that I have a full accounting of all the money that I spent on vacation, because I'm going to have to pull that money out of the travel fund and put it back into my checking account to pay off the credit cards that I use while I am on vacation. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and until I see you in the next one, take care.